Welcome back to Tuesday Topics. My name's Promise. If you lot could just introduce yourself, then we'll get into the question.
Yeah, I'm Dev.
I'm Kandai.
I'm Max.
And I'm Daniel.
Everybody's social media will be in the description below, so make sure you follow them all. Alright, so this question is scenario based. You've cheated on your partner multiple times and they've taken you back. They cheat once, are you now obliged to take them back?
No. No, of course not. Well, why would you? Because that them taking you back is not the same as you taking them back. Like, that's their decision. So if it's your decision and you don't think you don't want to continue the relationship, that's up to you. That's not up to like them. So you shouldn't feel obligated to. I don't think.
I don't know if it's like obligated, but the pressure's there
But
because you've done a madness yourself.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could have left yourself, isn't it?
That's true, but at the same time, like that's your you clearly fucked up there, right? And they've taken you back, which means they've made that decision. But if someone cheats on you, then you're not obligated to. You should just feel like, and if you want to leave, that's up to you. Then that's your decision, as opposed to like it shouldn't be like a joint decision kind of thing.
Personally, if it's a relationship, yeah, as in that, not marriage, and she takes me back, then that's on her. Like, I don't have to take her back. And personally, I don't think I'd even respect her if she took me back that many times. Because first of all, like, let's say I did cheat. I don't cheat, obviously, but let's say I cheated. Like, does that not mean you don't respect your partner too tough? Like, that you actually cheated and cheated again and again and again.
It just means you just never respect it.
Exactly. So now when she cheats on me, obviously I've got a bit of pride, innit? So if she cheat on me, then it's like I want to be hurt, and I don't think I can look past being cheated on. But if she can, then that's good on her. Like, she's hard. Like, I respect her, but it doesn't mean that I now have to. Oh yeah, you cheated on me. Yeah, I love you. Let's continue.
Yeah.
But if you cheated on your partner multiple times, and the fact that they took you back, you still could have left due to your lack of respect
Yeah,
for them.
man,
So
definitely.
let me finish. So if you stayed, clearly you wanted something to work out because you stayed.
I feel like people who did cheat on a partner like several times and stay, it's mainly because of attachment, or that if they may still value that partner to a degree that they still want to be with them, but realistically don't really value, like, you don't really like or respect the partner enough to. I was still point of being in a relationship, might as well just be single.
I just find it a bit crazy though. I mean, like, if you're, I say that this is a bit complex, right? Like, say, I think nowadays loads of people are in situationships, right? And like, obviously, I don't think there might be some great area for some people where they think I could go up there and I could go see other people. Do you know what I mean? But in a relationship, you're making a big commitment anyway to that person. So if you need just to be going out there and doing the whole madness on multiple occasions as well, and then still come back to the same person at the end of the day, I find it just a bit bizarre, to be honest, because you never respected them from day one, clearly, for you to be doing that. And two, would you not find it just a bit mad that they are coming back to me despite them going to different people and catching probably all kinds of STIs or something like that, some kind of craziness like that. And I'm supposed to forgive them. You know, they did me dirty on multiple occasions as well, and I still find it in me to forgive them. I think I must have a really, really good heart and probably such low self-esteem just to be able to forgive them. Yeah, but I mean,
It is true.
it's true, but I do feel like obviously there's some circumstances where, you know, there's a family that may play a part as well. You may have kids or something like that. You may have something that is still a bit of an attachment to that person, clearly. So you can't exactly say, okay, I'm going to leave this person now because you have everything with them.
Yeah.
But that being said, you have some self-respect for yourself. You can't be done dirty like so many times like that and still be forgiven the same person. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't want my kids to be growing up knowing that their mum was a cheat. She was a serial cheater.
No, it was you that was the serial cheater.
And if I was a serial cheater, yeah, I don't think I want my kids to look at me as like, you know, I'm the product of that person. My dad is a serial cheater. He couldn't even respect my mum, so why should I respect him? Do you get what I mean?
If the serial cheater has left because their partner's cheated once, I don't think I'll rate the decision if it's because of their pride. Like, I'll rate it if, I don't know, it depends on why they're leaving, if that makes sense.
Well,
Like,
for the
what's
people
your-
that said they would leave, answer.
Yeah.
Why would you leave?
Why would you leave? Like, what's your
Well, I
Easily.
think like for them, like if like say for example I cheated loads and my missus and then cheated on me. If I wouldn't leave for pride or anything like that. I'd leave because clearly, like I know that I've messed up, but now that you've messed up, clearly our relationship and our respect for each other is completely gone. There is no more relationship to have because we both found other partners, like already. I think if one person is a serial cheater, that's stuff you can work through because usually there's a problem on they're having a problem in the relationship which can be solved. If both of you have cheated, that means that the relationship is basically gone. It's deteriorated to a point where there is nothing left between you two.
I don't know about that.
Let me put you in this scenario. Let's say, now once again, I'm not condoning cheating, but let's say you being the serial cheater, you're quite immature. And when there's a situation where conversation could be had, you look for distractions instead. So you lot have had a massive argument with your missus or mister, and you then go out, get drunk, and have a one-night stand with someone. Now it's meaningless. It's not like you had an attachment with this person. You don't. It was just, I had to distract myself from what's going on over here, so I went to go do a madness over here. Once again, I'm not condoning cheating, but if you do that on multiple occasions, then your partner has now done that once. It's not a case of respect per se, because they're not doing it to disrespect you, they're doing it to distract themselves from the toxic situation there is here. Does that make sense?
The thing is with that, the other person never knows if it's just a meaningless thing. They can say it all they want, but if someone tells me that they've cheated, like, regardless, I'm just going to think it was more.
But if they've always come home to you
I hear
and
that
they haven't left you out of a lack of respect for you taking them back, clearly that means that there was something deeper to it, to what you two have, and not what you and what that person and the other one has. You see what I mean?
But not necessarily, because like it can be one of those things where you have a one night stand that you think is meaningless, but then has meaning to it later. Like people will go out and they'll cheat on their like husband or wife with like a co-worker, and they'll think it's meaningless, but then you see that person every day. Like there's situations in which like cheating can start off meaningless and become meaningful. It doesn't always have. It's like the act doesn't have to have meaning to it, but then it's the aftermath that can have meaning. So like, let's say for example, I go out and I cheat on my missus, right? But then there's someone that's in my life, like it was someone I know. Then that can slowly grow into a situation where you start moving away from your wife, and then you see. So even though the act of cheating wasn't meaningful, then like the repercussions of it has become meaningful.
I get that. I understand. But for the sake of the example, let's say, as I said, you went to a club, so it's not a situation where you know everybody there. Complete random, yeah? So you will mess around with randoms, your partner messed around with one random. So there's nothing meaningful on their side. I understand what you're saying, but for the sake of the example, let's say there's nothing meaningful. How would you now react to that situation? Are you still going to leave?
Does it not depend on like the level of cheating?
Fam, I'm gonna leave regardless. See,
If it's just let's say it's just a little wine.
a little wine,
Yeah.
I don't even like that, but I can handle that. I can handle that one there. I handle it's a wine.
Yeah,
but
you can handle that
personally, I
one.
wouldn't mind go wine, not man. Same way with the wine would go.
I'm talking about sleeping with someone.
Sleeping with.
Yes.
That's sex with another man. Yeah, pride for me, still I'm gonna be hurt, That cheating, is a sign that's not working. Like, why would you wanna like if you still wanna continue a relationship where cheating has happened? I personally don't think that's even a smart thing to do. Unless you guys wanna talk about why the cheating happened, strengthen the relationship using what you've learned from that, then yeah. But if it's continuously happening, then what's the point? That something's not working.
No, you say that. I've got a friend, right, and her mister cheated on her, right, really, really early in the relationship, and 5 years down the line they get married, right? So, like, clearly they worked through it.
Yeah, that's beautiful, but you might cheat again, though. You said you won't cheat, like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It depends on how, like, if for example, like I was in a relationship and my girl, it was in like the first 3 weeks of our relationship, and she cheated, right? And I actually caught feelings for this guy. like it'd be a different story. Like if it were like a girl that I just met and then we were going out a couple of dates, then obviously I'd be like fucking find the door, right? But if it was someone that I chatted to, like we actually have something, right? Then it'd be a different story. Then I'd be like, then I can forgive them just because out of them I know how my friend has done it. But that's just me.
I don't know if you're cheating that early on in the relationship.
Yeah,
It's a bit
yeah,
of a
there is
rough
that.
one.
Why let it progress from there? Like you see,
That is
like it started off. It said when you said, "Oh, cool," you cheated early. Like that's a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, cheating early or cheating like late into it.
Late
Okay,
into
never
it's
mind.
worse.
Late into it's worse, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone off track a little bit, but I remember the question I was going to ask you.
Oh crap.
You said, and this is like open floor. This is to anyone, but you lot said that you lot would feel like your ego would get in the way. You'll be hurt if they were to cheat once after you've cheated multiple times. My question is, do you have a right to be hurt?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to my feelings. Like, if I want to feel hurt, I say, wait, she probably feels hurt as well, but he feels betrayed because I cheated. Like, actual cheating is a very, it's a hurtful one. I haven't been cheated on, luckily, but I've heard allegedly that's painful.
Okay, let me flip the roles. Flip it. Let's say your partner was the serial cheater. You've taken them back. You've cheated once. They're going off the rails. How would you feel about that? Bear in mind, you've taken them back multiple
I
times.
can't lie,
I'd be pissed.
yes, I'd be pissed off.
I mean, university, I think we'd all be angry because, like I said, it's like we've been done dirty multiple occasions, and then for us just to just have one slip up, and then bang, like you start moving mad over it. That just tells me you just never really learned from all the occasions you've done it in the past. That you don't know how it truly feels. Like for me to forgive you on all these occasions shows the strength I have to say, you know what, I'm gonna let it just.
Is it strength?
I think it's more like love or like connect. Yeah, it's kind of because it's like you have because you have like faith in the relationship to like be able to overcome it.
At some point, I don't think I'd even have faith anymore if I keep forgiving it.
Nah, honestly,
See if they keep doing the same mistakes, they're clearly not learning from it.
I feel like
It's taken me for a month.
if I forgive you once for cheating, which is already like too many times, right? If you do it again, that's it. You're out. Don't make a difference how long we've been together. You're out.
I think only things will get complicated if, like I said, if you had like kids or whatever involved with it. That's different. I guess that's where you got to start considering: is it worth me just leaving them completely when I have so much with them, right? But if it's a thing where it's just a relationship, we have no kind of attachments like that, or yeah, of course I'll dip.
When I ask you a question, it might seem like it's off topic, but bear with me. Is it ever okay? Is there ever an excuse to cheat?
No.
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 Yeah, I'm thinking.
You two are hella hesitant.
I'm thinking at the moment, man. An excuse to cheat.
It's so common. That's like why I'm so hesitant because it is just so common. Like there must be some rationale. It's not like everyone's a dickhead.
There's no excuse. There are situations where I understand why someone should cheat, but there's no real excuse for it.
Okay, what situation could you understand?
Okay, let's take for example, now this is like a really extreme situation. Like your partner gets like hit by a car or whatever, right? And they're in a coma for like 5 years, right? I'm saying in that situation, if I woke up and my missus was like, "Look, I fucked about a little bit," I'd be like, "Well, do you know what? I was out for 5 years, you know, like that's understandable." That's a really extreme. That's a really extreme.
Alright, can I give an example?
Go.
Yeah. So what if okay, I'm gonna go from a girl's perspective. I go with my friends on holiday, and my man is in the UK, and it's something like Afro Nation, and it's just a madness.
Has to be Afro Nation.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And it's just a madness, and everyone around me is doing just bits. So I'm supposed to. You can understand why someone would be like, I have to sit here, and with my legs crossed.
Who paid for the ticket?
I did. I
So
wanted to
that's
have
your
fun,
own.
but once you get into that environment, it's a bit different.
Huh?
That's not an excuse.
It's not an
Listen,
excuse.
no, hardly
but
ever when I come on here do I give my own opinion,
Hey.
but that is never an excuse.
What?
No, but
you
you-
paid for the ticket yourself.
You just said
no
there's
one
no
forced you
excuse
to go.
anyways, but this is like a situation that happens all the time, isn't it?
Don't go.
That's
Don't go.
Stay at home with me. Don't go.
word. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go
I'm not
together.
going with
Like,
my
what's
friends.
Yeah, or go
Let's
together.
Yeah, like, let's go somewhere else.
Okay,
Like,
Well, let's
come-
go to
like
the
Nigeria.
But that's
or
like saying,
something.
every person who goes on holiday with their friends, right, and cheats is like.
No, but it's a different situation if it's like a festival.
Yeah, but still, it's not exactly hard to be
Are
faithful.
you
at a
right
festival.
now just saying that there's a excuse to cheating,
No.
which is festivals?
That's what I think.
That's where I feel like the
I
system
feel-
that you're going.
I don't know how to explain it.
I can see
feel
where she's
like-
coming from. That point.
Yeah.
I know what you mean by that. Like the atmosphere of
Like
festival.
it's an
Yeah.
accident. It's an
It's
accident.
everyone
It's
just
not
have
an
fun.
excuse, but
Listen, would you rather like go through all that madness, have to deal with all the BS afterwards, just so much, even like the emotional trauma maybe that afterwards is the guilt that you have after what you've done and you're back with that person. You must be a very sadistic person, or maybe a psychopath, not to have any feelings afterwards and think, yeah, it's not going to affect my partner if I don't even tell them at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, first of all, like you gotta be mature enough to think, I'm going to a festival. I'm gonna go there to enjoy myself, not just to fall into temptations, just to sleep around with random people. Do you know what I mean? If you know that's gonna happen, either don't go or just be sensible. Just don't drink. Don't do anything you know is gonna influence you to do something like that. Even if your friends are proactively trying to tell you, yeah, you should do it anyway, they are not your good friends in the first place, really.
Exactly.
I just realised something.
Well,
There's cheating as in cheating, and then getting caught, and there's cheating, getting caught, cheating, getting caught, cheating, getting.
That's
If you haven't learned from that, are you mad? Wait, hey, I'm gone,
You must be a
Oh,
bug.
oh
You've
my
got to be
gosh.
You must have really low self-esteem just to keep forgiving that person.
Yeah.
wait, but
Just-
earlier
that's
you were
that.
talking about strength. When I felt this situation, you were saying
Alright.
you would have strength. to
In
take
my
it back.
in my opinion, yeah, if I was gonna forgive that person on multiple occasions, I would look at it as like mental strength. For me, as like, okay, I have the strength to forgive you multiple times. Do you get what I mean? To the outside world, and if I'm looking at it from an outside perspective, I'll be like,
That ain't it.
It ain't gonna work. Like.
Nah, see, I think it's also about how long you've been with a partner. Like, if it's been like a relationship that's gone on for years, and then they've cheated a couple of times, and you decide to stay with them, that's mental strength because you're holding on to a 5 year, like a X amount of year relationship, and like holding that over like 1 or 2 mistakes. If it's like in the first month, like if she cheated once, twice, like 3 times, that is your own self-esteem if you keep taking them back.
I disagree, man. I feel like it's more difficult to leave in a situation like that. You get like you were saying that earlier, weren't you?
Yeah.
You get comfortable with someone after 5 years, in a long-term relationship, anyways. You get comfortable with someone. You adapt to their lifestyle, they adapt to yours. So, like venturing out and leaving is a completely different environment. So I think it would be more difficult to leave than it would be to stay.
Plus attachments, it's very
Yeah.
hard to just leave someone that you're attached to. Like, let's say I got a girl, and in a 5-year relationship, we've gone other countries together, we've gone into Wonderland together, several dates. She met my mum, I met her parents, etc., etc. And it's gonna be hard to leave, like, cause I'll be thinking like, yo, I've invested so much time into you. Maybe I should take 1 L, as in cheating me 1 time. But then again, I'll still be a lot of pain, to be honest. But maybe I could overlook it then in that situation. But realistically,
I personally
I'm
feel
glad.
like it's a fundamental problem anyway. If you're in a relationship and then 5 years down the line they cheat on you multiple occasions,
Yeah.
or even if they cheat on you multiple occasions at the very start of it, that's still a fundamental problem. Because clearly at the start they never respected in the first place to know what the terms are. You laid it out to them. You're in a relationship. You're committed together. So you're only going to be seeing each other. Yeah. You're exclusively going to be seeing each other. You're not going to be seeing anybody else. So if you need to be going out there and having multiple infidelities, and even if 5 years down the line you still do that, there's a fundamental problem in that relationship. A fundamental one. Either the communication was never clear, or you just never respected them that much in the first place. I mean, even 5 years down the line, and for you to be cheating on me on multiple occasions, that is saying something.
trust.
You must really hate my guts. Or you're not getting satisfied enough for me. Just to get the message clear that I'm just not doing it for you. That is tight. Listen, I'll be on ropes to that, Listen, someone's getting collapsed. I can't lie to you. Someone's getting collapsed. Because to me, just to find out that you've been cheating on me multiple occasions 5 years down the line, when I've invested so much into this, that's fucked.
But does the
I
time?
can't, nah, man.
I hear what you're not saying with the time. But does it really make a difference?
Yeah.
They cheated on you multiple times. It doesn't it doesn't
I
matter.
still want to leave.
I
but-
could have been with you for 10 years, you cheated on me 5 times. I could
Nah.
have been with you 5 months, you cheated on me 10 times. You still cheated on me 10 times. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You still cheated on me 10 times. When it comes down to
But
the
like
nitty-gritty.
after a while, you have external investments. Like if I'm with a girl for 10 years, right? I assume at that point I'm like we're married, we have kids. You know, there's other responsibilities aside from just the relationship. That's what I mean when I say like time, because like yeah, you've invested time, but there's also other external like factors. Like you know, like we both rely on each other like financially. We both. You know, we both rely. We're both now like within the same sort of friendship groups. We've got the same sort of like we have kids together, that kind of stuff. You got to take all that. All that is becomes factors.
So what I'm hearing is the longer it is, the more you'll take.
Yeah, I reckon.
The longer.
The longer
Yeah,
the
the longer
relationship
the
is.
relationship.
Not the longer
The
the
more you'll
cheating.
take.
What to say? You see me, I'm big on self-respect. Why should I let someone cheat on me? They like, I'm so conflicted with this because it's like, I'm
But you've
like,
cheated on them multiple times.
and that's them.
They've
innit?
taken-
That's them. They didn't have to do it, but they done that.
And
And
you
obviously,
wanted them
I
to do
appreciate
that because
that.
you came back.
Yeah, word, definitely. But I don't know, self-respect is very big to me as well. It's like,
It's massive, man.
I'm someone where that my partner has that self-respect or at least self-love.
Yeah.
And I have sort of a lot of self-love myself, so it's that if you're taking me back, I'll be thinking like, what's your self-love? Like, I would be a bit less attracted to my partner more because of her mentality is just a bit like,
What about if she
You
just
t-
wants to make it work?
you wanna,
She still believes in you.
she got low self-esteem, man. Maybe she has that, and she needs to just step away from relationships, focus on herself because she needs it.
Well,
So
people with
why-
low self-esteem can't find love then.
Nah, they can, but see, I feel like everyone should build on themselves, innit?
Not
And-
even that. I'm thinking, why are you saying she has to take time out of the relationship? Like she's
Oh
done
no,
something wrong.
I mean that she should like. I feel like it's better for us to not be in a relationship. I feel like if you don't have self-love, then don't be in a relationship. Like, because realistically, relationship, like, you're giving yourself all to your partner, I assume, and if you haven't got like, a background of like putting yourself first to an extent, you'll probably get mugged off. Like,
Self-esteem is really, really low. You know, there's
Take
going to be
anything,
massive
man.
insecurity in a relationship. They're going to keep doubting your every move. So even if you're the person that has went out your way and you've slept with multiple people and you cheat on them on multiple occasions, their self-esteem is going to be really, really low. Because they're going to be doubting you every time you go out. When you go with your boys, they're going to be saying, I better hope you're not sleeping with someone. You keep
Trust.
belling your line. It's not going to be the same again.
Of course not. But for you to stay in a relationship, clearly that's something you're willing to stand.
Listen, I have no idea why people want to put themselves through that, but that's the road.
mm,
That's the road, clearly. But for me, I know the dynamic has completely changed as soon as you cheat.
Yeah.
definitely.
There's no
Because
trust
you
left,
lost
isn't
It's
it?
trust, yeah, it's trust. Because clearly you've broken that person's trust, so they're gonna be doubting you every time you make a move on something. If that is you going out, even if that's just you going down to the shops, they're gonna be doubting you. They're gonna be thinking, they must be lying. They must be doing something. They're gonna be looking at your phone. Listen, it's already a big red flag if they just say, "I need to look after your phone."
Yeah, and also it creates
Yeah, that's a bit
it creates
crazy still.
insecurity in your partner as well. Like if someone cheated on me, I'd be thinking part of the time I'd be thinking like, well, what am I not offering in this relationship that clearly they needed to cheat on me for? You know, like there's that whole element as well. Like it can cause the relationship to deteriorate.
Yeah. I think it's a psychological thing as well. Because if you forgive that person on so many occasions, to me, there has to be a story behind it. It can't have been once that has happened to you. It has to have happened. Something traumatic in your life must have affected you that much where you feel like you have to keep that person around. Is it fear of loneliness?
I don't know.
Some
I
people
think
make
a
it
lot
up.
of girls have that, you know, fear
It's
of
fear of
loneliness.
loneliness.
Some girls don't know how
But
to
that's
be,
that,
know
that's
how
that,
to be
back to
single.
that question, isn't
associate.
it? Is there an excuse for cheating then?
No.
But that's
No.
not an
No,
excuse.
but would you? But if you're in that position though, where you are forgiving that person,
Yeah.
despite them going behind your back with so many times,
I think you need help.
you need help. Obviously,
Yeah.
in my opinion, but at the same time as well, going with what Mike said, it's like look at that this though. It's the fear of loneliness. Is it got to be a fear of something that you're losing? You're losing something and you don't want to lose it. You want to keep it.
Bro, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
But
But
I don't do that, man.
why are we talking as if it's the person that's taking you back? Like there's something wrong with them. I have not heard
That's
once
true.
anybody say, something about the person that's cheating
What's
multiple
that cheating
times.
is mad. Like, they're mad, but I thought we all knew they were mad.
Yeah, it's like you don't have
This
to
is
tell,
crazy,
tell
like.
anyone that there's a problem with the person who's cheating. It's clearly their
like,
fuck.
we know there's a problem with the
Yeah,
person.
No,
like.
but for them to come back, clearly there's still something at home that they can't get elsewhere.
No,
Yeah,
it
a
is.
hot
I'm not
damn meal
condoning
and a
it.
bed. That's it. That's all that's
I don't
left.
know.
Maybe
I
that-
really don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe they value the partner to an extent, but not enough to not cheat on them.
Exactly.
Like, that's what it is. Like, for
What is it?
example,
What is it do you value about them? What is
like,
it?
let's say like they
Like,
cook
you
for
know
you
what?
and that, like
Ugh.
they take.
Bruh.
I'm
looking for
I'm a
margins
simple
in-
guy. Like, if you cook for me, I like it. You
I don't
know,
even
I
get it.
value that.
Is it just what? I don't. I want to go through the thought process.
That's
Like,
what
know
I've
why
got. Speak you and this one cooks for you.
this one cooks for you.
Yeah.
She shouldn't. She never should be wife in the first place.
Well, she's just my friend.
Let me,
can't just-
before we end, let me slide into one more question. Can you cheat on someone you love?
No.
Yeah.
I will bring this back to. Whoa. Okay.
Can
I
you
will.
cheat
I
on
will
someone
bring
you
this
love?
back to the original question.
Wait, can you
So,
cheat
yeah,
someone?
can
Oh
you
no.
cheat on someone you love?
Shit, I completely misheard that entire. No, you can't. You can't cheat on someone you love. No, that just makes no sense. Then you clearly don't love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, I agree, man.
You have to. You said yes. You have to back this
Yeah.
up.
No, I didn't say yes.
I said-
I thought you were at me. I was like, shit.
Because earlier it was said that like someone may cheat on them multiple times
Mhm.
because they still rate that person, isn't it? Right? But they've got a wandering eye, isn't it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, again talking from a girl's perspective, I think boys are into relationships, like I think they're not as sexually focused as they make out to be, right? So I think they're going home because they still have those affectionate feelings for that person, and it can amount to some sort of love, but it's just twisted, really.
That's not really love then, is it?
It's love-
That's some
okay,
weird
okay.
twisted
I like
version of
you.
love.
No, but you don't always have that happy version of love, do you? Like love, what is
Love is different for
For
everyone.
me, man,
Exactly.
That was different.
love is a serious thing, you know. My ideology of love is very passionate.
It has to be like.
Like, I think love, yeah, you should die for love, you get me? As in, love
Die
should
for
be,
love.
it should be a like, as in, like, love, like, it's a bit of long suffering. Love, yeah, there's a lot of things, you know, I get poetic with it, but I choose not to right now. But, see, love,
It's
when
a
you love
choice.
someone, yeah,
Bless the mic.
you're compromising it. As in, you become what they want and need, and they'll become what you want and need, as like if they love you back as well. And I feel like, nah, man, you can't cheat on someone you love, man. The way I feel about love is like, you can't do that.
You really can't.
You can't do that.
You
Like,
can't,
come
you
on,
can't.
man. You love them.
To say, you tell them, you say with so much vim, I love you.
I love you. Like,
But you know you're putting you're deep in another girl.
well, that would make sense, you know. Yeah.
I don't
And you
know.
still freaking love them.
I heard that coming and I was like, don't say it. Don't say it.
Love will put you in a
That's
very,
so deep into another girl's.
love will put you in a very vulnerable state as well.
Yeah,
man.
It
You
might
can't. You
not
wouldn't want to
be-
do that, you know.
It might not be 100% love. Yeah, it might be
But
an
that's not love,
80.
isn't it?
Why
No,
you put
but this is what
percentages on
I'm
love?
saying.
Love is either 100%
This is what
love
I'm
and
saying.
there can't
Do
be
that.
any in between.
There's not. I don't think that in every love situation it's like this perfect love situation.
Okay,
Do you
everything's
understand
different.
what I mean?
No,
It's
but
different.
the concept of love is perfect. But if you can't turn around and be like, I love you 100%, then you don't love me. You're
Yeah,
like,
man,
you
that's
can't be
not-
like, I love you 80% and 20% I don't
I
love you
feel
at
like
all.
people can.
I'm
to
loving
be
someone
honest.
80%, someone like loving you as a friend.
Yeah.
Loving you as a partner, I love you to the max. You get me?
I love
Like,
my friends 100% though.
oh, but
This is
But you don't love a partner 100%. That's
This
different.
was
that's
cool.
weird,
This
man.
was cool. Yeah. If you
You on that one?
if you feel comfortable enough just to say I love you, but to be doing whatever you want to do, that's hoe love. That's hoe love.
Ooh,
You're being a
love.
hoe.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's right, man. There's types of
There's
love.
types of love.
Ooh.
You're being a hoe. Yes, you are. You're being a hoe. You never loved them to begin with, right? Your definition of love, to me, is a warped view of you failing to accept that you are not a committed person. You cannot commit to that person. You have a self-inflicted problem. You cause that problem for yourself. If you know that person is still going to take you back because he keeps saying I love you, I think that's manipulative.
Definitely.
That's quite
Yeah.
manipulative. That's quite a manipulative tool.
No, it is.
It is.
Definitely is. But okay, so to bring it back before we close, the reason I asked that question is to see who would say yes. So now this is my question to you.
Oh shit.
You said earlier
Mhm.
that you would leave. That with the the start of the scenario. If you cheat on your partner and then they cheated on you once, would you leave?
If I was a serial,
Yeah, if you were a
Okay.
serial cheater, then they cheated on you once, you would leave. Everybody said they would leave. But then you said that you can cheat on someone you love. So what about if they turn around, they come to you like, but I still love you. Are you still leaving?
yeah.
This question ain't
Why?
for you, mate.
Let me think about this one. So they've turned around to me and said they still love me
Mm.
after cheating the one time.
And you believe that you can still love someone after cheating.
I don't know. I think because we had this conversation earlier, if it's one person in the relationship cheating, that's kind of a problem with them, isn't it? But if it's both of us, then it's just a signal to me that it's just a complete relationship breakdown. Like, I feel like that's a big flag waving around, like this needs to end now. If both of us are doing madness.
That's fair.
He was not expecting you to answer that
Yeah,
question.
no, that was an amazing bloody answer.
I had to think about that. I'm quite proud of that one.
That was an amazing answer. Make sure you let us know what you think about everybody's opinions and leave your own opinions in the description box. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Tuesday topic. Jesus. Hope you come back next week. As I said, everybody's socials will be in the description below, so make sure you follow them. Thank you.
All I do is grind and I just wanna make it. People say I got time, but I ain't gonna waste it. Time is a virtue, and so is patience.